Hi guys, we'll be discussing this question, that is spiral matrix, and it's super simple. You just have to print out the matrix in a spiral format. So you start from here, you go from left to right, you go from top to bottom, right to left, and bottom to up, and you keep on repeating this process till the end of the matrix. And that's how you get it, okay? You get the output. So I would like you to pause the video and think of a solution yourself. Okay, so in order to solve this problem, we've already discussed the approach, that is go from left to right, top to bottom, right to left, and bottom to top, and do this till all the items are printed, right? Okay, going into the solution, what we need to determine first is how many times we want to repeat this process, okay? So this will be much clearer when we actually start coding, when we have like a while loop, like, we'll have some logic and we'll have to repeat that number of times, right? So that is corresponding to the number of layers that this matrix will have. That is, see over here, it is 1, 2, 3, 4 once, okay? We're doing these 4 operations once, and then we're starting 1, 2, 3, okay? So this is second time. So that means it has 2 layers. So k in this case is equal to 2. In this case, we will go 1, 2, and 3. So that is 3, okay? So how do we come up with this number? And that we come up with the rows and columns. So we take rows plus 1 by 2, so that is 4 plus 1 by 2 is equal to 2. We're just taking the integer value, okay? So the floor, yeah. And cols plus 1 by 2, okay? What we're going to take is the minimum of these, okay? So we can put them in a AND loop. So while k is less than rows plus 1 by 2 and k is less than cols plus 1 by 2, keep doing this, okay? So that's the first part of our code, determining the layers. Next comes the most important part of the code, that is the main logic, the logic that we will be repeating k times, okay? So here consider this matrix that we took at the very start and ignore everything, just know that we have this matrix and we have to go this way, okay? So when we start at the very first scenario, we'll have k is equal to 0, okay? Our k is going to be equal to 0. And we are going to start from 0. First we want to travel from left to right, so 0 to 3. So what is this 3? 3 is cols, that is columns, minus 1, right? But here, since we are trying to generalize it, in this case k is 0, so that's why we are going from 0 to 3. But what if k was here? What if we were starting here? K is equal to 1 in this case, okay? And we are going from 1 to 2, okay? So 0 to 3, 1 to 2. 0 is k, this is k. So if we try to relate, we understand that it is cols minus k minus 1, okay? So in this case, it was 4 minus 0 minus 1, so that is equal to 3. And in the lower case, it will be 4 minus 1 minus 1, so that will be 2. Perfect. So we are getting the desired end values. So this is the first for loop that we have, that goes from k to cols minus k minus 1. And in that, what do? We want, I'll take another thing. We want to add matrix. Okay, this is our matrix. And which digits or which elements do we want to add? What is remaining constant? Okay, say this is I. Okay, so this is I. So it's going from row remains constant, and that is the 0th row, so that is kth row, and here ith element, ith column. Okay, so here we are determining the columns. We're going from the 0th column to the 3rd column. Here we are going from the 1st column to the 2nd column. Perfect. So this is our left to right logic. Similarly, we have to come up with logics for top to bottom and so on. Okay, so that's what we come up with, that I will be k plus 1 to rows minus k minus 1. Okay, that is, we will start from 1 and we will go down to rows minus k minus 1. Okay, here we will start from cols minus k minus 2, because cols minus k minus 1 is the last one, but we want the second last one because we've already covered this element in this side. Okay, so here is where we are starting from, and we are going up till it is k, that is still the 0th value, right? So we went from cols minus k minus 2, in this case is 2, 1 and 0. Okay, then we start from here, so this is rows minus k minus 2 up till k plus 1. Okay, so that's what we are doing. So I hope the for loop logic is also clear and the k logic is also clear. Now we can move on to the code and start coding. Okay, so yeah, that's me trying to do this sum, and let's actually put ourselves to test and start coding. You can also try to come up with your own versions of this solution. Okay, so we first determine int rows. Rows is equal to matrix dot length. Awesome. Next comes int columns, that is equal to matrix. We want for the 0th row, we want the length of the 0th row. Perfect. So we have our rows, we have our columns. Now we want this final list wherein we are going to actually store all our elements in a spiral format. So we can just name it L, and that is going to be a new array list. Okay, perfect. Wow. Alright, sweet. Next, we are also going to need k, int k is equal to 0. So that's pretty much what all our variables are, as far as I remember, or as far as I can think of. And now we will start with the while loop. So while, that was our first condition, k is less than row plus 1 by 2. Okay, I'll put the brackets nicely. So we have one bracket over here and we want another bracket over here. Perfect. Okay, and we want both the conditions. We want to check both of them. Cols plus, wait, rows plus 1. Yeah, rows plus 1 and cols plus 1 by 2. Awesome. This much is done. Now we start with the for loop. So the first for loop is from left to right. Okay, so for left to right, what are we doing? For int I is equal to k up till I is less than cols minus k minus 1 and I plus plus. And here what are we going to do is we're going to do L dot add matrix. The row is remaining constant, so that is our k, and here we're going to add what? I, right? I is going to change. Perfect. So here we don't really need the brackets either. We can just keep it like that, I think. Yeah, I think it works like that. Okay. Next will be our second for loop. Don't really need to mention which number it is, but okay. Second for loop, that is top to bottom. Okay, so here we go for int I is equal to, we went from k plus 1 if you remember, to I is less than Now here it is calls or rows, it is rows. Perfect. Rows minus k minus 2 I plus plus. Okay, is that correct? No, I think it's rows minus k minus 1 itself. Yeah, wait, let's check our logic. Honestly, we don't need this, we should do it on our own. So here we should check, from where to where are we going. So here we are going to go from 1 to 2, and here we have rows 3. So 3 minus 1 karna hai. So that's why it's like this. Okay, perfect. And here we're going to add L dot add. I hope this works, okay? I'm not sure. Wow, what a waste of time, bro. Let's just keep it like this. Yeah. L dot add matrix. Okay, over here we are changing the rows. So we are changing the rows and we are keeping the column equal to calls minus k minus 1. Okay, perfect. Right? Because calls minus k minus 1 is your this column. Okay, perfect. Next we go from right to left. So here we want to do for int I is equal to calls minus k minus 2. I hope you can visualize this very properly. If not, wait a minute, try to understand it, and I hope it will be clear. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. Calls minus k minus 2 up till I is more than equal to k, because we were going till 0, and I minus minus, oops, minus minus. And here we will L dot add matrix. Now here we want to keep the row same again. So that will be, I think rows minus k minus 1, and our this thing will be I, right? Is that correct? Because we want to keep it same. Yeah, I think it is. Okay, cool. And then we finally go from bottom to top, and there we're going to do for int I is equal to, we're going to start from the bottom. So that's going to be rows minus k minus 2, I is greater than k, and I minus minus. Here we do greater than equal to, and here we're taking greater than k, and that you will understand from here, because here we want to go till, where was the k? Wait, where were we going? Okay, yeah. So here we're going from the this one to the leftmost value, and here we're not going to the topmost value because that's already occupied or already taken care of. Okay, so we just want to go to the second last one. That's why this. Okay, I hope it makes sense. That was thoda poorly understood. I explained, I mean. Okay. Anyways, matrix, and here we want to keep the rows changing, right? So the rows are going to change, and they're going to change according to I, and the columns are going to remain the same, and that's going to be k. Okay, perfect. Okay, so we have all of this, and finally we will want to increase the value of k, okay, before our while loop, and we want to return our L. But there's one small thing that we are missing in this logic, okay, and that we will understand if I put a case where there is only one row, okay, if there's only one row. Okay, first let's do it for these test cases. I think it should pass. Okay, dumb error, yes. Wow, girl. Matris, okay. Okay, these are just stupid errors at this point. Integer. Okay, what went wrong? We haven't printed 3, 9 and 5. That's so random. We must have gone wrong with... Okay, yeah, this is not calls minus k minus 1. It's just calls minus k. Okay, yeah, why? Because we are not doing more than equal to. So if it was less than equal to, then it would be right. Okay, I think. And then we will solve this. Okay, here if you see, let's see, I mean, if we only have one row, okay, and we try to print it, what will happen is that it won't know where to stop. Okay, so what it will do is that it will run the first for loop. Okay, it will go from left to right, and it prints 1 2 3 4. Then it has nowhere to go down, so fine, but right to left it does have somewhere to go. Okay, so 1 2 3 4 ke baad it will again go to 3 2 1, and we don't want that. So we want to make sure that the number of rows are like that there are rows beneath, okay, to be printed. Okay, so in order to do that, what we do is we add a condition over here. Okay, you might have seen the condition that is in this case. Okay, so in this case we are going from right to left. We want to make sure that rows are there. Okay, so we will say rows minus k minus 1 is not equal to k. Okay, so here if you put 0, okay, and your rows is 3, okay, so 3 minus 1, that is 2, is not equal to what is this, or k2, okay, is not equal to k. Then we can do this. Okay, but over here in this case if you see rows is 1, okay, 1 minus 1 is 0. So if 0 is equal to 0, that is in the first layer only, then we will not do this for loop. Okay, I hope this is clear. Please use this example and check it with this and make sure that yes, this should not run, this should not happen. So now when I make this run, it will hopefully give me the right result. Okay, understood? So that was the problem. Now in another case, I think you would have guessed this, is that we only have columns. Okay, so we have none of this, only one column, okay, only one value, then none of this and none of this. Okay, now again there would be a problem because here we have not added that condition. We're not checking that our rows that our columns are, no wait, our rows are correct. No wait, columns, yeah, so you get it. Again it has printed this. So here as well we will add a condition. Okay, and columns minus k minus 1 is not equal to k. Okay, let's try to run this. Perfect. So that's what our pretty solution looks like. So in order to summarize this, let's quickly summarize it. Okay, I think this is a good thing. Okay, so to summarize, we started with our question. Okay, then we realized that this was the logic behind it. Then we determined the number of layers that we want. Okay, so we kind of have this while loop. Okay, so you have to come up with logic for that. And then we have the 4 for loops, for which we have to determine the starting and ending what do we call it, indices, and relate them with k, so that there's a generalized thing. And a very small condition over here in order to make sure that our single row single column test cases pass as well. Okay, because every time we might not have to finish the entire loop, right? So that's why we need this. Awesome. So that's our solution. I hope you understood. Bye.